Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I'm Wrath, and we are back for episode... What is this? Episode 6 of our Free World League's Rogue Tech run-through. We are getting our mechs all sorts of resituated. The Panther is undergoing some minor repairs, but we do have most everything else up and running. Some of the mechs have had some minor revisions, and one of the things that I often fail to do is that I fail to take the time to make minor upgrades to my mechs. And this is a failure on my part. One of the things that somebody pointed out is that I should start taking the case off of some of these vehicles in order to reduce their weight. I'm not sure I'm ready to do it on the Apollo just yet, but I can see what they mean. Because I could squeeze a little bit more out of the Apollo. Do I have any better engines that have shown up? No, 180 is still the best that I am able to field. That's a 240. That could improve the Apollo at some point. The Hatchet Man, I don't remember what size engine this thing is running. But I really want to get this back in the field ever since I upgraded the armor. And I want to find a way to upgrade the engine output. Now, the really interesting thing is that the Spider here has a 280 engine. That is really impressive. That sucker has got quite the engine. What about the Mongoose? The Mongoose has got a 200. So I think when I get a chance to replace these with something a little bit better, which there isn't going to be much. Oh, wait, shoot, I forgot. I do want to do a refit on the Spider because of equipment that I have been able to acquire. Specifically, this cockpit. Cockpit weighs 1 ton, so I'm going to be adding a ton of weight to this one here, so I've got to take it off. But I was advised that taking off the improved jump jets should lighten me up for that. And I think for purposes of getting around, I'm going to swap around the positioning of these jump jets so that they are out of harm's way. Beyond that, this thing uses a double heatsink system. Do I have anything that's a half ton that I can throw on here? That 280 engine is hellishly powerful. So let's do see here. We'll revisit refreshing this, but let's go ahead and add the additional armor that this allows us to do. because really the big payoff here is being able to up armor this thing as much as possible in the areas that matter. And that is the torsos, the cores, and the legs. So we'll basically set that around. I don't really care about the arms too much because losing an arm is not catastrophic to this unit. But losing any of the torsos is an immediate end of day, as it were, because of the XL engine. I forget if I added that XL engine. I think I did. But we'll go ahead and put that in for construction. The Mongoose. Do we have any upgrades for you? It's got a 200 engine, which makes it very fast and flexible. We could throw the endo steel on this thing now. Which actually does sound like a good idea. Endo steel onto the frame. And then let's take 2 of the jump jets. 2 of the improved jump jets. Nope. Okay. Can we mix and match? Okay, no, we can't mix and match, so let's toss a couple of jump jets in here. And then up armor the torso to maximum. And we still have a tiny bit underweight that we could use later on. Actually, wait, do I have... I thought I had another Guardian ECM. No, I put that in one of the other mechs, didn't I? Alright, that'll be the next major upgrade. So, I think we're gonna do a little bit of, I think this is the one that now has the, yeah, this one's got the Guardian ECM. So we're slowly rolling ECM in on all of the mechs, but it's slow going. I really want to replace this Vulcan with something, I don't know, a bit stronger, but for now it's going to do okay. In the meantime, let's begin running the clock for all of these things to get refit. So we want the Mongoose, or the Venom, and the Mongoose done ahead of those, and then we can get the other ones. Alright. Alright, so let's find some missions, because we can't just sit around here idle. Alright, test drive. What is this? This is a straight battle. Alright, so this is another heavy air asset one, which these are really easy to do. Is this a blackout mission against planetary government? I don't really care for planetary government. And they don't seem to pay all that well. So let's take the big payday here. Straight up battle with a free air asset against Capellans, which is always nice. We like to slap them around. They deserve it. Obviously the Needhog is coming in strong. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and bring in the big guns. Now that the Vulcan is reloaded with ECM, and bring in the Spider, because these are really our big hitters. Let's go ahead and put Cypher back in combat, because Cypher is still working her skills to get up to level 4 in piloting. Foxtrot, you are my Hatchetman pilot. Archer, you fly the Vulcan. So, actually, do we have anybody else that flies the Vulcan? Livefire does. Okay, Livefire does need to level up a little bit. Alright, so Venom piloting. Cruz flies the Mongoose. You fly the Panther. So we will put, is it Sauce or Shocker? We put Sauce in on the last one, so let's put Shocker in on this one and take the Lance out. Let's see what can be done. I've kind of noticed that there's really two different design philosophies when it comes to mechs. One of which I ascribe to, and the other which doesn't always make sense to me. The first one is
interface initiated.
To make a mech with maximum armor. This is the one that I sort of ascribe to. Is you make your mech have maximum armor, and then you adjust armament with whatever space is remaining after that. So you basically arm it up first, and then whatever's left over you use for weaponry. The other one, which I don't really agree with, or at least I can't easily understand, is the reverse of that, where you have a set weapon loadout that you're after.
Try not to fall down. Don't want sand and dust clogging your joints.
Oh geez, we landed like right on top of these guys.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
You
Looks
think?
like enemy reinforcements.
They're like literally right here.
Enemy flanking.
Yeah, let's reserve. Because we want these guys to move before we do.
It's okay. Damage is light.
Waiting for the right move.
Okay. Okay.
Right here. Mm-hmm. Moving. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alright, shocker. Let's bring you down.
Oops, I made a mess.
I love her voice pack.
They will be done.
Spaceman Spiff.
Acknowledged.
Ugh. Life just isn't fair for you.
Target locked on enemy 6. Next destroyed.
That had to suck. In all kinds of ways.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, Cypher. Whoa, what are you targeting? That is some long range. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doo, doo-doo-doo. Well, we'll try that Mantis there.
Firing all weapons.
Time to crush some Capellans.
Bye. Going full throttle.
Oh, this isn't gonna work out for you, buddy.
Standing by. On my way.
Save the heavy AC.
Firing at enemy 6.
Drop
Bye
him.
now.
Commander.
Commander.
Yep.
Doopy 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 doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo.
Fire and everything.
They are trying their best to get some aid to this guy.
Commander,
Alright, Cyber.
affirmative.
Into the rear arc. And commence war crimes.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
You got nothing, son? You better run for the border. Capellans. So foolish.
What's up, boss?
Go ahead and pop up the ECM here. Alright, let's reduce. Let's reduce our heat. Actually, let's go with the ones that have the lower hit chance.
Feel the buzz.
Alright.
Orders?
Let's go ahead and move the Needhog over this way. Start drawing the fire and hatred. Nothing there yet.
I'm listening.
Alright,
Roger that.
worth doing.
Gonna get physical on them.
Boosh! You have been exercised.
That's the Joker. Vehicle kill for me.
Hey there.
Alright, line of fire. You can start moving up. I gotta get back in the habit of turning the ECM on. Oh, that scimitar's like, nope. Big bottle of nope.
Aye, aye.
I think we can give you a little spice.
Engaging target.
I'm ready.
Captain Spiff,
Onward.
if you would. Let's save it for one more round so we can get ideally very close.
Yeah. Yep.
God, I love how fast this Venom is. Like, I might consider downgrading the engine. Just because it's so insanely fast that nothing else I have can even remotely keep up with it. But that speed is a huge asset to this
Moving
thing.
out.
Standing by. Moving out.
1 and 4.
Confirmed.
That's a little bit less than 1 and 4, but yeah, who's counting?
I'm your spaniel.
Alright, Spiff, let's get a little bit closer here. Yeah, you look like a tasty bit. Fire.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah. Hauling ass.
Mm-hmm. Hauling ass is exactly right. Oh, she has a better chance of hitting that guy? Oh, shit.
Here goes everything.
Wait a minute. Why do her lasers have ammunition? He's gonna move now.
Yes, Commander. We'll go.
Let's take that 35 then.
Taking the shot.
Come get some.
Good to go. On it. going.
Hmm. That's not gonna go well for you, buddy. Take a knee.
Engaging target. Reporting critical hit.
Yeah.
One down.
Mm-hmm. That'll do.
Receiving you. Confirmed. Now let's see how you handle this.
Wow, that was a hell of a hit.
Standing by.
Well, better than nothing.
Affirmative.
Yeah, honestly, I want Cypher to get a kill.
Aye, aye. Copy that. We'll go.
Ready
well.
for orders.
Tried to give her a kill, but
Moving to position.
sometimes it just isn't meant to be.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
Hmm.
Ready for orders. I copy. Reporting critical hit.
Wait,
Yeah.
did he literally get a turn before Shocker did? On his right side, so...
Target destroyed.
That was a good hit, but pretty easy
Mission
run.
successful.
That was definitely nothing to write home about, but let's see if we got anything useful out of it. Because really that's what it comes down to. We want parts, things to assist us. Because we're definitely not making anything really money-wise, so... ER medium laser magna. Okay. Let's hear what you got to say for yourself. Extended range lasers. what does the Magna do? Increase 20% damage and heat. Well, that's only a minor improvement. LRM 15, but without the long fire that we already have. Although it would be good if we got ourselves a comp suite. That's got my attention. An FCS Artemis 2. If we had another... Oh, that one's on the list. Right there. Guardian ECM. Because we will squeeze that into another mech just as soon as we frickin' can. Some dumb fire. Some dumbfire double ammo. Or some SRM double ammo. Tandem SRM. We're taking that. SRM Tandem is really, really useful. With the dual charge means you just do tons of damage to internals. So for a mech that gets in close with a missile launcher, that is some serious ass whooping. And we still need another endo steel, so we're going to take the endo. I think that's going to be a good start, going after the things that we really need. Sling parts, which I think was basically garbage. Scimitar. Got an LRM 15, which isn't bad. The 80 engine I don't need. Not unless I decide that I suddenly have a hankering for frickin' Irbies, which I don't. Don't need that. Don't need standard structure. I already have 6 of those. Alright, and that gives me some more SRM ammunition to work with, which is always good. I have to keep an eye out for mechs that I like, that have the qualities that I like. What I like is a mech with a balanced loadout in terms of what it can do. So usually 2 missile slots, 2 beam slots, and either an additional 2 beam slots or an additional 2 ballistic slots are right around the configuration that I like, because it allows me to create balanced and versatile loadouts for my mechs. Barring that, you know, whatever I can put together to make things a little less crazy, or to make something that is very specific in its role. Like, I'm very tempted to see what I can do with the Panther, but the Panther really is kind of a one-trick pony. So let's look at what's under construction. Okay. Because when you look at the Panther, the big problem I have with the Panther right now is that it only has the two weapon slots. So you have to basically always keep this side presented to your enemies, because if you don't, if you lose this arm, you lose 50% of your entire weapon's capability. Even with this thing having a really powerful weapon, the drawbacks are fairly straightforward. Like, if it had 1 in each arm, and, you know, maybe it wasn't PPCs, but maybe it was like, you know, some heavy lasers or some large lasers, then you know I could get behind it. Which remind God, I wish there was a 35-ton version of the Mongoose. I really do, because this thing is just beast. All right, so the next mech that's going to get itself a Guardian ECM refit is the big boy here, and I'm just going to take the case off to make this easy as all get out here. And we're going to go throw some endosteel on. Guardian ECM. Okay, well, we'll have to risk it in one of the shoulders here. So Guardian ECM on that side. Don't have any armor per se. Let's see here. And that has freed up a lot of weight. So we've got 2.25 tons of available weight. These guys weigh what? A half ton apiece, so if I take them off, that's going to be 3.25 ton of extra space. How much do these weigh? 5 apiece. What's our heat efficiency on this? Nope, that won't work out for us. And I don't have any medium lasers to replace anything with right now. So, gonna have to take things on here. I think that's going to be the end of this build. Let's go ahead and just dump the rest into armor. I don't know why it continually gimps the legs. It's very frustrating. Let's make this thing like very tanky. Actually, I think I can just max this thing out. Let's go for maxing out the side torsos and the center torso. Nope. Okay. Can't quite max out the sides or the center. But maybe we can buff the legs a bit. Alright, that makes her quite the beast. This thing, if I can just get some engine upgrades and a few other optional components, then I might be able to make a solid go of this thing as a serious let's swap that. Sniper. Alright, that should give me enhanced range capabilities even more. So, yeah. Maybe an improved cockpit for this at a later date. That we can sell. Because I don't like the small cockpits. But that's going to put that into 8 days for a refit. But I think that that's something that we can afford at this point. We've got enough money to kind of enjoy a little bit of resting on our laurels, as it were. And let's keep that going. We'll go ahead and roll this through here. Storage upgrade is complete. Let's see what else we can throw together. Alright, what is necessary? This one gives us a minimum of 10 points. What does that require? That requires the beta pod. And the beta pod requires structural repairs. So that's this guy here. What do you give us? Nothing. You just open up new opportunities. I think let's see here. Okay. All right, let's get this one, because the second repair bay working at 100%. That's going to be a big push for us. And it's a short run, so as soon as that clears itself up, whoop, bonus. I don't really care about my relationship with local pirates. 3 AC5 ammos? I'll take them. All right. Okay, that is good. We're going to be done in 5 days, and all of the mechs will be back in service, which will, you know, after that devastating hit that the frickin' Hatchet Man and its subsequent major refit overhaul, that is a big bonus. But we're going to have to take a quick mission after the fact in order to get everything under control. Let's see, refit harness would be the best choice. That's 139 or 154. Let's take the refit harness, because that will coincide with the payday. So that will be the quickest to get done. And let's roll these last 5 days. And the mechs are back and ready to go. So we're going to take a quick look at all of the mechs that we have here. So the Apollo is now fully fitted with a Guardian ECM and nearly maximized on its armor, so it's ready for a serious brawl. I do want to eventually replace these 2 small lasers with another medium laser, so that I could, you know, have 3 medium lasers on this and then move the Guardian ECM to the center torso so that it's better protected, less likely to get lost. maybe eventually replace the medium lasers with large lasers, as that, ooh, pardon me, hiccups, as that would be extremely potent to have, a pair of large lasers on this thing just wailing away on anything that was foolish enough to come within range. So the Apollo is good. Let's take a look again, because it's been a while since we've actually seen the Hatchetman, to decide what we want to do with this thing. Alright, so the AC-10, and we replaced the medium laser. It still has pretty much all of its equipment. So, all in all, the big thing was obviously the ferrofibers and endo steel, and the massive upgrade to the armor. So this thing should be fit to lay a beat down on people now. And we will be deploying it post-haste for that specific purpose. Everything else basically remains the same. I would like to eventually squeeze in a frickin' Guardian ECM on this thing as well, just so that it has the capability of returning, getting itself covered, because the ECM makes a huge difference in this game when you get right down to it. And God, this thing is so badass at melee. If you can just get in and deal the melee physical attack, this thing will whoop the crap out of whatever you're putting it up against. And I really, really hope... What's my ammo situation? Did I ever get the Ultra AC5 ammo? I did not. Otherwise, I would swap out the AC-10 for the Ultra AC-10 in a heartbeat. Just because of the fact that the AC-10, yeah, it does 60 damage and weighs 1 less ton and has less space, but this thing fires twice. So it will pound the living hell out of whatever it decides to beat on, making it just ideal for laying a beat down. But either way, this thing can engage at just every range and demolish things. This, along with the Apollo, make this grouping probably the best. If I could just get the speed up, then they would both be awesome. Like, I think the big move will be when we find a replacement for the Vulcan. That 240 engine will go into the Apollo. The Apollo's 220 will go into the Hatchetman, and we'll reassess their armament from there, so that they can move at roughly the same speed and just tear across anything that comes their way. Anyway, I've babbled enough. Until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, let me know how I'm doing. And until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.